Now, I'm going to come to you, Harold. You know that you're an Israelite?
Yep.
Never heard that before? Seventh-day Adventist church, they ain't tell you that?
I just worked there.
Oh, you just worked there, they ain't tell you that? Now, I know in the church, they got all them images of white Jesus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How you feel about that, Harold? You don't be going in there doing a little cross on your head when you walk in there? Okay. All right, bro. Hey, check out that information. So, now, Harold, I'm going to ask you. You ain't no Seventh-day Adventist, but you just worked at Advent.
Yeah, I just worked there.
What denomination you call?
Christianity.
Christianity, right? Okay. So in the Christian belief, right, they follow that same image, don't they?
Yeah.
Now, Jesus Christ, what did he look like, though?
Hey, I don't believe that image.
You don't believe which image?
The white image.
Okay, so what image do we got then? He looked like something. Guess what? They put him on the cross, right? You gotta have an image. So what do he look
He
like?
look like a man. That's all I know.
So he look like a man.
That's it.
Hey, you got women out here that look like men sometimes. So now, hey, go to Revelation chapter 1. We gotta be specific. We gotta be specific, Harold. What you mean? Read that. Let's see how Christ looked.
The book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. Bring it out. His head and his hair were white like wool.
It says Christ had hair like wool. What kind of hair you got on there, Harold? You got that woolly hair, you understand? Just like Christ, right? Read on.
As white as snow.
That's what?
As white as snow.
It said it was white as snow. That means what? At this time period, he was like an older man, right? Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why was Christ's eyes like a flame of fire? We're going to talk about it, because guess what? You got that liquor in your hand. Why was Christ's eyes like a flame of fire? Go to Genesis and let's see why. Why was Christ's eyes red? What happened when we drink?
Bring it out. Eyes get red.
He told me he wasn't smoking no bud. All right, so we get that out of the way. Christ's eyes was red because of what? What's his first miracle?
Turn some to wine.
Turn the water into wine, right? So you don't think Christ drank a little bit of that wine? Remember, they called him a wine bibber, right? Because Christ drank wine. Now let's see the prophecy on that. Read that.
The book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12.
Read on.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
You see that? What happened to black men when they drink a little wine? Their eyes get red. Ain't that right, Harold? You see that? So it says his eyes shall be red with wine. Let's go back. We talking about the true image of Christ. Guess what? You look in the mirror, you looking at the image of Christ. You understand? You look just like Christ, bro. Read on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
You got woolly hair.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why was Christ's eyes red like fire? Because he drank wine. Read on.
And his feet.
His what?
And his feet.
So you see somebody with sandals on out here, right? Their feet will be the same color as the rest of their body, right? Right? Read on.
Like unto fine brass.
It's like what?
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now you take something that's already brown and then you burn it, what it's going to be? It's going to be darker, right? So Christ was a black man according to the Bible. That's what we read about, Harold. You see that? Dark-skinned man. Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace.
Read on.
And his voice was the sound of many waters.
It says his voice was the sound of many waters. That means he had a deep voice that carried. When you see this image right here, is that what you think about? You don't think about none of that, you understand? But when you see this though, you understand that the Bible is describing a man that looked just like yourself. You understand that? So guess what? How special are you, bro? We look just like Christ. That's something that they will never teach us. You understand? They will never show us that because they don't understand. They don't want us to know how special we are, right? Now let's get Sirach. Hey, what I said with the wine? Drink wine measurably, because we was talking about that earlier, right? It ain't nothing wine. Hey, you know what? Wine maketh merry. What I say? Ecclesiastes. Say it again.
31 and
yeah, go to Sirach 31, but I want wine maketh merry first. Ecclesiastes, what's that? Is that 7? Try 7 and 12. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Sirach 31. Yeah, let me get that. So it ain't nothing wrong with drinking wine. We drink wine. You understand? We drink a little liquor from time to time, right? So guess what? We drink it like you said. You come off of work, you want to wind down a little bit, right? You want to feel good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Where you at? Say it again.
verse 20.
All right, you got it. Read on.
The book of Sirach chapter 31 and verse 27. Wine is as good as life to a man.
So it says wine is good for a man, right? Read on.
If it be drunk moderately.
Well, hold on. It's a stipulation, though. It says if it be drunk moderately. What does that mean?
Not abused.
That means you don't abuse it, right? You got to know your limits, right? Read on.
What life is then to a man that is without wine?
It says, what man got a life without wine? That means what? Life gonna be pretty hard for you if you don't got a little drink for you every now and then, right? The wine down, read on.
For it was made to make men glad.
Now, why do we need to be glad during these time periods? What you think? Because you said you need a little drink. You just got off of work, right? Had a hard day?
Yeah, always.
You see that? Always, right?
Always.
So guess what? We drink wine because we being oppressed right now. You know why we being oppressed, bro? Because we ain't in our rightful state. We actually the kings on this earth. You understand? The Most High said we gods, but we gonna die like men. You know what? Some of the things that make us oppressed. We gotta work from sun up to sundown, right? We live check to check, right? Because when they give you that check, they show you the what they call it, the whole amount, and then they show you what they take out of it, right? Yeah, there we go. They show you the gross and they show you the net. Do them two add up? Are they equal? You see the gross, you like, oh damn, I mean, that look kind of nice. But when you actually see what you get on that paycheck, yeah, they taxing, right? So guess what? It stress you out a little bit. Bills come by every month. Don't they come quick? Every month, right?
First.
Yeah, see? You got kids?
Yeah, my kids grown.
Yeah, they grown now, right? So guess what? These are the things that make us oppressed. Guess what? Even if, for an example, Black History Month tomorrow, right? Some of the killings that's been going on with our brothers, right? When the police pull up behind them, right? You got Tamir Rice, you got Philando Castile, you got George Floyd, right? All these different examples, right? Guess what? Everything may be good. Your insurance might be good, your license, your drive, everything might be straight, right? Your registration. If a cop get up behind you, how you gonna feel? You gonna tighten up real quick, ain't you? Has that ever happened to you before? Yeah, right? You did anything wrong during that time period? No, but it's showing you that what? We being oppressed as a people, you understand? Go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 65. So this is why it says, ain't nothing wrong with a little drink, because like you said, we need it. We being oppressed right now. Deuteronomy 28 verse 65. Let me show you what God said.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 65. And among these nations.
Among who?
And among these nations.
Read on.
Shalt thou find no ease.
God says among these nations we ain't gonna find no ease. Guess who was talking about? The Israelites are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are God's chosen people, bro.
That's right.
What's your father? Is he so-called African American man?
Yeah.
Yep. So he would be from the tribe of Judah. You understand? That's where the word Jew comes from. So the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the true Jews.
That's right.
That's who you are according to the Bible.
Right.
God is speaking to the Israelites. He said what again? Deuteronomy 28:65.
And among these nations.
So it says the Israelites among these nations, read on.
Shalt thou find no ease.
They ain't gonna take their foot off your neck. You ain't gonna never find no ease. George Floyd, Tamir Rice, Philando Castile, you understand? We shall never find ease. Guess what happened with Martin Luther King? Even though he was doing peaceful protests, right? What they was doing to the man? You see that? Sicking dogs on him, beating him across the head, locking him up, you understand? You shall find no ease. Read on.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
It says what?
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
On average, how many hours you be working at a job? Yeah.
10 hours a day.
You work 10 hours a day. Read that one more time.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
You see that? God is saying the soles of our foot ain't gonna have no rest here in this place. You know why? Because America is actually a place that we was brought for punishment. You understand that?
Right.
So God is telling us that what? Because we broke his commandments as the Israelites, we got brought over here as a punishment. We ain't supposed to have no ease over here in this land. You understand? Why? So that God can remind us of what we've done. Meaning what? We broke God's commandments, so this is a punishment. You understand? So now let's go back to Sirach. This is why it's okay to drink every now and then, because like you said, you're going through it on a daily, right? Your foot don't got no ease, bruh. You working 10 hours a day, right? Read on. You know what? All right, go ahead.
Verse 28.
Uh-huh.
Wine measurably drunk,
Uh-huh.
and in season bring gladness of the heart
Read on.
and cheerfulness of the mind.
Right? Read on.
But wine drunken with excess makes
So you hear that? It says when you drink wine, it brings cheerfulness to your mind. I mean, it puts you at ease a little bit, right? But guess what? At that moment, you feeling good. What happens when that feeling go away? Does your situation change?
Staying back,
Nope.
back to
The next morning, 6 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
probably a little earlier, you got to clock right back in. Guess what? You got to do that 10-hour shift all over again. You understand? You're still doing the same thing. Still being oppressed. Read on.
but wine drunken with excess
Uh-huh.
maketh bitterness of the mind.
So it says wine drunken with excess. Excess. EX. So that means what? That means you overdo it. Right? That means you get, like you said, tipsy. You start to get a little drunk, right? It says it makes bitterness of the mind. Now, guess what? All that oppression you've been thinking about, you know what? I want to fight somebody, man.
Right.
Now you get that spirit of you want to fight. You understand? You want to cuss somebody out. You get angry. You understand? Because you can't control it at this point. Read on.
With brawling.
Uh-huh. With what?
With brawling.
What happened with a lot of people when they drink? When they drink too much, they want to do what? They want to fight. That's what God is saying. Read it one more time.
With
Brawling.
brawling
Uh-huh.
and quarreling.
Read on. So quarreling, going into arguing. Read on.
Drunkenness
Uh-huh.
increase the rage of a fool.
It says drunkenness increase the rage of a fool. I know you know what it's talking. You ever seen a man drunk before and how he act? He feel like he can beat everybody on the block, don't he, at that moment, right?
Yeah.
Read on.
Till he offend.
Uh-huh.
It diminisheth strength and maketh wounds. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine,
Uh-huh.
and despise him not in the mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with arguing him to drink.
All right, so what we're showing you is that what? Go to Proverbs chapter 31. Start at verse 2. Wrapping it up? Okay, all right. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 2. So what I want to show you is that, remember we went over you being an Israelite, right? What tribe you from?
Judah.
Judah!
That's
All
right.
praise to the Most High. So that's your true nationality. You ain't no black man, because black is a color. African American is two terms that they gave us. Jesse Jackson, as a matter of fact, named after two different white men. So you ain't African American, you ain't black. You an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You understand? So now that you know that, it's commandments that you got to keep. One of them is what we just talked about. Talked about the Sabbath day. You understand? How we keep the Sabbath day holy again?
Don't work.
Don't work.
No work. No cook.
No cook.
Nothing.
No buying or selling.
No buying. No
Buying and
selling.
selling on the Sabbath day, all right? So guess what? On Friday, you got till before the sun drop to get that liquor. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with drinking. You can't drink with excess. You can't get drunk. You understand? So now read that. Proverbs 31. This is why.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
What, my son, and what the son of my womb,
Read on.
and what the sons of my vows.
Right? So you had a sister who was what? She was teaching her son, right? How to maneuver in this world. Read on.
Give not thy strength unto women.
It says, don't give your strength unto women. All right? You got women problems? We're going to be real because, bro, a lot of brothers got women problems. We're going to be straight up.
I'm married, man.
All right? Oh, all praise to the Most High. You married. That's what I'm talking about.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word, his word, his word. So it is you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying was saying, read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to